I don't want to go on stage to fuck around. I want to go on stage to fucking murder. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to be dirtier than I ever was.
That's what I want to hear. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm not going to go up there like an animal and insult different races or anything like that. No. But I got to talk about what's going on right now. You know,
there's a lot to talk about.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about. I don't know if you know, yesterday I identified with a 7-year-old kid. You should have seen me. I had a hat with a propeller on top. You know what I'm saying?
Did you? Where was that
every day. And the day before, I was a horse, you know. The day before, I ran down the block with a fucking strap. You know, you can identify as anything now. You know what I'm saying? So
it's anything, anytime, right? That's hilarious, man. So our Sopranos movie, you guys are still looking at September?
September 24th.
Beautiful.
Very excited for it. I saw it a couple weeks ago. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed what David Chase did. I think people are going to enjoy it. I think some of the knuckleheads might not enjoy it.
Okay, yeah.
You know, everybody misses Gandolfini. You know, you don't know how much you miss Gandolfini till you see Gandolfini. The other night I came down here with Mercy and we, you know, usually at 8 o'clock it's like, hey Jesse, it's those two fucking shows that drive me crazy. But I sit, it's my daughter, I watch them, and as I was scrolling, The Drop was on.
Okay, with Gandolfini in it.
With Gandolfini in it.
Right.
And for 2 minutes, I watched him, and I was like, fuck, I miss him. And then the next night, I put TV on with Mercy again, and he's on Killing Me Softly.
Oh,
talking to
he kept popping up.
Yes.
Brad Pitt.
Yeah, with Brad
Crazy.
Pitt and fucking, that's a great movie, by the way. That's a phenomenal.
I got to check that one out. When you see him, are you looking at Tony Soprano or are you looking at like Jimmy? Because you've talked to, you know, so many of his friends and stuff.
I never met him, but when I see him, I see a great fucking actor. You know, the things I've heard about him have just been above and beyond what he did for that. You know, you could tell why it was a great show.
Yeah.
You know, what he did, the type of person he was, the type of character he was. Somebody said something the other day. Oh, I read a meme from David Chase, like something he said. In the final scene, he touched Anthony. And little did he know, he goes, he didn't write that he touched Anthony's arm. He grabbed his arm. And little did he know that was the last time he was going to touch his son's arm, my fucking stomach. He goes, I didn't say that, but that was the type of guy he was. You know, when you watch that show, he was such a, you know, God had to take him. Listen, when you think now, God had to take him. Because he was too big of a fucking, he was just an animal. He was just, I feel bad saying that, but he was such a star.
I think he was even surprised as to how big it became. It became bigger than him. It was like an entity.
The energy he gave off there, that show was tremendous, you know, and I wish he's in heaven, you know, I wish he's looking down. And but I watched another show that I followed, The Mayor of Eatontown. Did you watch that? With,
I didn't see that
Kate
one.
Winslet.
Oh.
You know, I love acting. I love watching great acting. I'm not an actor. You know, I took a couple lessons and I fuck around.
You're an actor. Get out of here.
No, trust me. When you work with actors, you're like, holy shit, I better fucking get my game up. You know what I'm saying? Because this guy's doing this guy's doing that. And it's Kate Winslet just destroyed me with this 7-episode show she did. You know, because
she went in
there, and when I heard that there's a sex scene, and they showed like she's chubby. And she told the director to leave the scene in. That's an actor.
Because it's real.
It's real.
It's
real.
raw. That's the thing.
It's raw. No makeup. You know, she only wore makeup when she went on a date on the show. You know, I enjoyed the show. I referred the show to a brother of mine, Mercy's godfather. He called this morning when I got out of the doctor's office, and we were talking about the show, and he goes, she's phenomenal. I love watching good acting.
Me too.
Know? Steve
it's amazing.
McQueen, I watched The Magnificent Seven the other night. Fucking Charles Bronson was yoked.
He was a big guy, eh?
He was a big guy then, you know. Death Wish was on the other night. I've been watching, you know, I don't watch daytime TV. I refuse to put the TV on in the daytime. No more news. Since I moved to Jersey, I never put the TV on during the pandemic. Except
Hey,
in
I
LA.
commend you. You know, it's a horrible thing to do.
I got hooked on the 3:30 evening news, ABC, wide, whatever, and that really fucked me up. That got into
awful.
my psyche in a horrible, horrible way. You know, I thought I was a lot stronger than that, but obviously I'm not. When I moved here, I stopped watching the news, and I changed a lot. I could see that it had contaminated me, you know, with all and it's something that I looked at it for knowledge of the virus.
Right.
But it wasn't giving you knowledge of the virus. It was giving you just a negative feeling that when I'd watch the news to go smoke a joint and pop a fucking Xanax, or 10 of them, because the fucking news was so disheartening. So now,
it's a campaign of fear and
a campaign
consumerism.
of fear. Yeah, and now I don't have that in my life. I don't. No. They have a thing called New Jersey 12 with a gay weatherman. I love him. Have you seen the guy? He's got like a shitty microphone. How you doing? We're calling New Jersey, and don't wear sandals tomorrow if you're going to Asbury Park. You know, shit like that. You know?
This guy needs his own primetime show.
Yeah, no, he's great. The weatherman on New Jersey 12. I fucking love him. But that's it. That's the only news I watch. He informs you.
That's the thing. It's like the way I see the news is that, like, and it's funny because I think that 30 years ago, 25 years ago, maybe CNN was the most trusted name in news, or Fox, or whoever. I'm not biased against any, but it's like I feel like more of these shows are more so talk shows with opinions. It's like at a certain point, they're not informing you about anything. They're just giving you their opinion on a piece of information. So what's that? I was like, I don't really need these people's opinions on it. I can just try to maybe pick. And the way I see it too is like, if it's something that's super serious, I'll hear about it. I'll call my aunt. I'll call my mom. I'll call somebody. They'll say, did you hear about these new restrictions? I'll hear about it. You know what I mean? Anything you don't need to hear about, I think it's just noise, you know?
Anything that you don't need is just going into your head and just taking up your fucking time. And it's weird. I like 60 Minutes. I love that 60 show. Minutes because they capsize the whole week for me in 1 hour of 3. It's very seldom that I don't like a story 60 Minutes is telling me. Right. I don't mind watching a repeat. I get pissed off when 60 Minutes does a repeat. Like, I'm like, I already watched this one, motherfucker.
Give me the new stuff.
Yeah, last week they had the one about the judge in New Brunswick, about a half hour from here, that they killed her husband, her son, or her husband, the judge. And it was fucking great. But the Puerto Rican woman, 60 Minutes gives me the news that I need, you know.